Williams College professor Jay Pasachoff is among those studying the outer atmosphere, hoping to one day predict when space weather might have a significant impact here on Earth. The outer atmosphere, or corona, can only be studied during a solar eclipse, like the one seen last year in Salem, Oregon, which he studied. He recently shared his research with the American Astronomical Society in Denver, Colorado, and with us here in Springfield.
We like to get the results out as soon as possible, and we're working on things. I have 8 of the summer students working for me last year for the eclipse observations, and 4 are working for me this summer on the data. We were able to get them all as co-authors, so they have a credential, and we made nice presentations for a bunch of people, including some staff and even the director of the National Solar Observatory, which is building a huge new telescope in Hawaii. So we had a very busy day for solar astronomy on Tuesday in Denver.
And then the nature of the findings you were revealing were what exactly?
One of them of particular interest has to do with some composites we made of dozens of our individual images, putting the best parts of these several dozen images together to make a very highly detailed picture of the sun. And we used some other data that a colleague took in conjunction with us in Illinois, and it took the eclipse 65 minutes to go from where we were in Oregon to Illinois, and we were able to see differences between the 2 images and measure the velocities of what's going on in the sun. There were things that changed at 400 miles, not per hour, but per second. So many tens of thousands of miles per hour on the sun. And these are ejections, some of them that reach the Earth, not these particular ones because they were going off to the side, but sometimes they come straight at us.
And so to capture that rate of speed, yes. Highly specialized equipment, what is the nature of how you're doing this work?
Well, we had a variety of equipment, including some highly specialized cameras for looking at very rapid oscillations in the corona, the outer atmosphere of the sun, to see why it's 1,000,000 degrees. And we're still working on those data this summer. The observations that are detailed, we used Nikons, the fanciest, newest Nikons, some of which we borrowed, some of which we rented. And some telephoto lenses. So it's more the way we treat the data. You take what are called darks and flats and take out differences in the imaging, and then the computer techniques for putting these dozens of images together. And that's so special.
Removing or manipulating the information or
yes.
In that way, what is it helping you to understand?
Well, it's helping us to understand the explosions of the sun and how they interact with the Earth. It's what we call now space weather. As you know, we have dozens, if not hundreds, of satellites around the Earth. And if there's a big flare, like this very special one we know that was about 150 years ago, it could zap all those satellites and those billions of dollars of value. So you want to be able to predict these big eruptions from the sun. You want to give notice to the people who are running the satellites, even the TV satellites that this image will go up to, so they can power down the high voltage. Even a few seconds in advance could save a $500 million satellite. So we're trying to understand the sun and when to predict it's going to have a big eruption, when to predict it's not going to have a big eruption.
And so during the eclipse, what's the particular nature of that timing that allows you to see, like what's happening during the eclipse that makes it different or unique for you to be able to study this at that point?
Well, there's an everyday sun that we see when there are no clouds, but there's an atmosphere around that sun, a lower atmosphere called the chromosphere, because it looks reddish at the eclipse, and an upper atmosphere that's there all the time. It's there today, but it's fainter than the blue sky. So in order to study it and to see when things are erupting and how things are moving in it, you have to have the sun up in the sky, but take away the blue sky. And the way you do that is by having the moon block out the sunlight, the everyday sun, outside our atmosphere, so it doesn't hit our atmosphere and turn the sky blue. That's what a total eclipse is, and we only get that somewhere in the world about every year and a half for a few minutes.
And you've seen these events many, many times. It was your 66th?
It was my 34th full eclipse.
66.
And my 66th eclipse of all kinds.
And
yes.
so why the interest for you in this particular subject? Why go back to it again and again?
There are a bunch of reasons. One is just that they're just the most fantastic things to see. The first one was really when I was a freshman at Harvard. There just happened to be an eclipse that came over Massachusetts, and our astronomy professor took us up in a plane to see it, and it was just fabulous. But now I work on the science that we can do uniquely at eclipses, when we get this view of the solar corona from the Earth, that we can't see at any other time, we put it together with the various space views to get a full view of the sun, which you can only do every year and a half or so on the day of a total solar eclipse.
But having seen so many of these, do you go in with expectations, or do you try to leave that expectation at the door to sort of level the playing field for your research?
Well, each one is different. First of all, the sun is an 11-year sunspot cycle. So sometimes there are many sunspots on the sun, sometimes there are almost none. Sometimes you get a different view of parts of the sun. When at the peak of the sunspot cycle, when there are lots of sunspots, you can't see the plumes that come out of the poles. Just think of a giant bar magnet with the lines coming out. And we could see those things form and move because we're at solar minimum and there weren't a lot of other streamers hiding it. So we get a different view. Just imagine a cardiologist and you tell that person that he or she could see inside a human heart, but only for 2 minutes and only if they went to Africa. And then they did that, and then you say, well, in a year and a half, you can do it again in Oregon, but why bother? You already saw it in Africa. And he said, no, that's just 2 minutes, very special.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a different person, it's a different heart, a different circumstance. So each time we get a little different view of the sun, and of course the sun is just one of billions and trillions of other stars. So we're seeing this sample star up close. And we're learning as much as we can about it, but we only get these occasional glimpses, so you certainly want to amass the couple of minutes you get every couple of years.
And not only are you doing this work, but colleagues from around the country and around the globe really gathered with you in Salem, Oregon. It was China, many, many other locations. And so now do you go back to all of those colleagues and you work together to see who may have noticed something different or unique that you didn't pick up on?
Yes. There's already an article published by some Japanese colleagues in the Astrophysical Journal. We're working with some Greek colleagues and some Slovakian colleagues in particular. And in August, we have the triennial meeting of the International Astronomical Union. Last time, 3 years ago, it was in Hawaii. This time it's in Vienna. And I'm the chair of the working group on solar eclipses of the International Astronomical Union. We have meetings scheduled to compare notes.
And you mentioned the solar weather, that you're using these very specific images captured at this very special moment in time. And how close are you to being able to predict what you said to sort of help this issue?
It's a continuing question. People have been working on this for, well, the 150 years since this big solar flare was seen in ordinary light and white light in 1859. And then a dozen years later, people discovered that the corona was 1 million degrees hot, and one of the things we're investigating is why, and there are new theories about that, and we're testing the new theories, and we're improving our observations all the time. We can see things more clearly now because of some of the computer methods we have. And then we lucked into an exceptionally clear day with wonderful observing conditions in Oregon and many places across the country last year. So it's a continual progress. We learn more and more. We're working with some people who are making predictions based on the sunspots for the month before what the corona is going to be like. And so we've provided some images to compare with those predictions, which have held up pretty well, but we can always improve the predictions and the fallback. So we just make continual progress.